Hey, good morning. Hope you're enjoying your day, and depending on where you're at, world, most places in the world, a new week of socially isolating. So anyway, here's the question we're going to tackle today. This comes from my friend Jeremy. Jeremy is asking a business question today. How do you get yourself to do the things you know you need to do to hit your goals? And ultimately, what this really comes down to is the concept of habit. Most of what we do is habitual. We do things on autopilot. We don't really think about doing anything different. We have our normal routines and patterns that we follow. And because of that, it becomes very difficult at times to break that pattern if we don't take some proper steps. Now, there's also a spiritual component to this. The Apostle Paul wrote at one point that his flesh is always contending with his spirit. That he ends up doing the things he doesn't want to do and not doing the things that he knows he needs to do. There's always this spiritual battle going on. So, although this is a business topic, it's also a spiritual topic as well. That there's a continual tension between our flesh really wants to do and what we know we need to do, what our spirit is leading us to do. And so in the case of a business context, what we have to do is we have to start creating a new habit. If my habit is not to make those phone calls, or my habit is not to engage people with my business, then I've got to start making that a habit. The way we have to do that is we have to do that in really those bite-sized chunks. And so you hear the term chunk it down. Where most people, get stuck is they look at the things they know they need to do, and it just seems overwhelming. Oh my goodness, I need to make 20 phone calls today. I think I'll look at my calendar. I think I'll file some things in my office. I think I'll do something other than make those phone calls. But what really needs to happen is we just need to start with the first step. I'm not going to worry about 20 phone calls. I'm just going to make the first phone call. And when I get done with that, I'm going to make the second phone call. And I'm going to do that until I've reached what I need to do. And then tomorrow I'm going to do the same thing. But if we break it down to what's the next step, it's not so daunting, and it's easy to get the ball rolling. And the principle of physics, a body in motion tends to stay in motion. Well, once you've made that first one, number 2 becomes easy, number 3 becomes easier. Years ago I was a financial advisor before you had a do not call list, and so that was back in the days of what you call smiling and dialing for dollars. And so every day I come to the office and I hated cold calling, but it's something I had to do. And so sit down, pick a letter in the alphabet, and my thing was we're going to make at least 10 calls per day. And because that was the thing I wanted to do the least, I used the concept of eating frog. The thing I didn't want to do the most was the thing I did first. And so I would sit down and I would begin to dial. And, that first call was always the biggest battle. And once I'd made that first call, then number 2 through 10 came very quickly and very easily. And so that's the thing we have to do. The second piece of that is you've got to go back and re-examine your motivation, your conviction, your why. Why are you doing these things? And so for me, the thing that helps is my why is pretty big. It's not just supporting my family, but it's supporting ministry work that I believe in throughout the world, and being a catalyst for other people in living out their God dreams. And so if I am not faithful to do the things I know I need to do, it's not just my business that's going to suffer, but I have to look at what's the domino effect going to be. Who else is going to be affected because I didn't show up today? And so that's what becomes important, is that I show up not just for myself, not just for my family, but the far-reaching things that I'm going towards. So those are a few thoughts for you today. I hope you find those helpful. I'm going to do another video later today. This one's a pretty heady topic from a spiritual standpoint, and that question is, where is God in the middle of the COVID virus and things like this? When bad things happen, where's God? Why does that bad things happen? And so we'll talk about that later this afternoon or this evening. Hope you have an amazing day. Leave your thoughts and comments below, and I'll talk to you again soon.